Good evening. So today I'm going to talk about a topic which is related to my profession, which is about retirement plan. The topic is, what is the ideal age to start retirement plan? Before I jump into this topic or my speech, I would like to ask from you, according to your perspectives, what is the ideal age that you should think about a retirement plan?
As soon as you get into a job.
30?
As soon as you get into a job.
As soon as you get into a job. Thank you very much. This was Bindu says 30. This was Ashutosh had a different answer. Thank you very much. So I created a poll in LinkedIn about a month back, giving a few areas, few answers I gave. So 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and if you have any other views, you can specify it in the comment section. Now 69% of the respondents, if you take it, it's 32 respondents, said you need to start planning your retirement at the age of 30. 16 said at 40, 3%, which was only 1%, and he said we need to think about it at the age of 50. And some other Toastmasters, some other people have different perspectives, and one gentleman who is a financial controller gave the right answer. So today I'm going to discuss what is the ideal age for us to start retirement planning. So to tell that, I have a small example. Now let's look at two different scenarios. The first one is there's a gentleman called Mike, and he's 35 years young. Alright? And he wants to retire at the age of 55. Now this gentleman start saving $1,000 annually. And by the end of the 20th year, when he's 55, he has $44,864 worth of fund. If you take the return on investment is about 224%. Now let's take another gentleman. He's Pike, not Mike, he's Pike. And Pike is 25 years young, and he also wants to retire at the age of 55. Now he saves $1,000 annually. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when he retires, he has $102,073 worth of retirement fund for his retirement. Now, what's the difference? You might be thinking now, the rate of return is 340%. What made the difference according to your perspectives? Starting early. The name of the game, now this gentleman has had 20 years, this gentleman had 30 years to save money. Now the name of the game is power of compounding. When you start early, you have the ability of compounding, ability of getting the benefits of compounding interest rates. So according to this example, it concludes that we need to start retirement planning as soon as possible. So let's look at the same scenario in different angle. Now, the second thing is flexibility for aggressive investment strategies. Now, if you take that, so let me give you a small example. Now, this is the S&P 500 index. Now, if you can see, since my laser is not working to the screen, I'm pointing it out. This is at the COVID-19. This is the COVID-19 effect. Right after COVID-19, it went down. Now, think about a person who has purchased stocks at this point. Very sad. He's going to lose his fortune. Is it? Not at all. This is where we stand today. This is COVID-19 effect. And if you look at today, there were two hypes in the last 4 years. When you start early, there is a flexibility for you to go for aggressive investment strategies. Now, what do I call aggressive investment strategies? Basically, you can invest more in stocks in equity market than bonds and other investments. So we all know that stocks, if you take equity, they are high risk and you can gain high returns. So this is a classic example. Now you, within 4 years of time, you have the ability to get the returns of your investment. Even if you had invested at the peak before this downturn, you have the time to recover. So this is another perspective for us to conclude that we need to think about our retirement plan as soon as possible. Okay, next item is time and the timing. Does anyone have an idea about this statement? What is time and timing? Yes, sir.
Time is at what span you are talking about. Timing is, are you really pitching in yourself at the lower level or on higher when the market is high or low? Timing, whether everyone can do the timing in the market, I don't know, but you can do whatever it is.
Thank you very much. Round of applause to just one student. I think we have the idea. What we cannot control the timing. Only God can control it. Only God can tell you the timing of things. But time we can control. When it comes to investments, when it comes to retirement planning or child education or whatever, what is important is the time that you spend in the market. Nobody can do the timing. It's very difficult. But of course, if you are a good analyst, when you look at the past results, past behavior, you can predict the future. I do understand that, but still, we never knew that COVID-19 come and hit our economy. So timing is something that we cannot control. So time in the market is what we can control. So there's another point to support the argument that we need to think about the retirement planning as soon as possible. Now, 28,000. Does that ring a bell? 21? 28,000? I'll make it a little easy for you. I'll give you 28,000 days.
That's the number of days you live.
Thank you very much. Round of applause to Professor Smriti. Thank you very much for the answer. This is the average number of days that we're going to live in this world if our life expectancy is about 76 years. As most of us are South Asians, so we live about, if you are a male, you live about 72 years, if you are a female, you live about 78 years. So if you take the average, this is the average number of days that you can live. Now, the next thing is, this is the cycle. Life cycle, right? It says 80, so generally it's 76, 28,000 is 76 years. Now we don't work till the age of 20. Now, when you start 20, can you remember your 20s? Of course, yes. We love that. Because we didn't have any responsibilities, right? If you wanted to quit our job, it was very easy. But is it the case now? It's quite difficult. We have some responsibilities. Now, if you had started your retirement plan there, you don't have any commitments. But when you come to age 35, 40, you have more commitments. You have to take care of your wife if you are married. If you have kids, you need to take care of your kids. You have to send them to school. So because of that, your priority, you will put your retirement to the second place, and you will take child education and things like that to the first place. So because of the commitments, you can't really prioritize your own at the age of maybe 50, 45, asking about the retirement plan. They are a little late, but I don't say they are late at all. There are solutions for that as well. So, the other aspect is when you go towards 40s, 50s, when you go towards 30s, you will have more responsibilities. It will be very difficult for you to take out some funds out of your budget for your own retirement. That's very sad. We can see two young ladies. Maybe it's right time for you to think about your retirement. Okay, so this supports another area. So what is the ideal age to start the retirement planning? That is as soon as possible. So this is the answer that was given by the gentleman. He said, if you're talking about currency depreciation, that is something different, but if you're talking about investing or retirement, should start early as possible. So, not because this gentleman says, not because he is a financial controller, so we have looked at the subject in different angles. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Let's see. Okay. Thank you very much. So, summary of the discussion. So we spoke about power of compounding. So because of the compounding interest rate, only we are thinking that you need to think about your retirement as early as possible, and you can, you can think about aggressive investment strategies when you plan ahead, and timing and lifestyle changes. So the next discussion next discussion is about what if I am late to plan for my retirement. So in a future speech, in an upcoming speech, I'm going to talk about what if I am late for my retirement planning. So having said that, do you have any questions? Better not. Any questions? I'm kidding, I'm not going to shoot you.
There was a question about the previous slide, where the financial control university.
Yeah.
What the currency is.
Yes.
So that first sentence was a bit confusing.
He says, like, if you put money somewhere, like say, if you save somewhere, currency, like if you take currencies like rupees, it is getting depreciated. So instead of like keeping it somewhere, you need to invest in somewhere.
It's like land.
Land could be, and you can use different instruments. You can invest in life insurance as well. We both work for life insurance companies. Okay. I hope you don't have any questions. Sorry.
What age you start?
20, when I was 28 years old, I started with a small amount. Now, when I think about that small amount today, I think if I started it today, I won't be able to do it. So I'm happy that I started it.
And this retirement plan will be until end of the life, right? And you say the carcass will be staying somewhere, and there will be some amount will be given. Right?
I'm not talking about any products here.
General analysis.
Yeah.
What is the plan? How it is?
Like you can use different instruments for that, like various strategies. Now, talking about it now, insurance is only one area. So what you can do is you can think about passive income sources. You can build passive income sources. That things like that. So there are various strategies. You cannot solely depend on insurance.
And that previous figure, is it production plus saving or is it only retirement? Is it only saving?
Which one? The
The
plan.
previous figure, yeah. The figure which you showed. 300 something ROI, right?
I didn't get you.
The previous figure.
Both together.
The previous slide, where we did the comparison, right? So that is purely retirement or insurance?
After this.
Previous slide.
224 and the.
Yes, this one, yes.
This one?
Yes.
This is like you invest it in a fund and you continue to invest and you don't take your money out and you let the interest compound.
So this will have life insurance as well?
No,
Protection
pure,
for
pure
purely
saving.
retirement.
Pure saving. Pure saving. No life insurance. There are some plans in the market where if something happens to you like total permanent disability, rest of the premiums will be paid by the company. So there are plans like that. But this is normal thing, like you put something money in the bank account and you don't take it back. Simple.
Something like bank deposit.
Something like that. A regular saving plan.
Because if it is stock of saving, the average appreciation is much more than that.
Much more than that. Yeah. You can look at this graph, right? Way more than that. So enough of talking about life insurance. Okay. So since you don't have many questions also, so I'm planning to talk about in a different speech, in my next speech, the strategies that we can adopt if you think you are late for your retirement plan. Okay, thank you very much.